Welcome back, and in this video we are going to discuss few more functions related to the string manipulations. So these are the four things, these are the four topics basically that we are going to discuss in this lecture. So the first topic is the string conversion to uppercase letters, lowercase letters, you know, initializing the string with the capital letter, converting every word in the string to the starting every word into the string with the capital letter, which is known as the title case, how you can do that, and the swap case, which means all the lowercase letters will be converted to uppercase and vice versa. So how to do that, let us see with an example. So this example I will give you in the resource section, but yes, just for the sake of completeness of this lecture, I'm just going to print these values here. So print s dot upper, s dot lower, s dot capitalize. All these functions I have used over these strings. So this string I have taken Vikas Kumar Shakya. So upper will convert all the entire string, every character in the entire string to the uppercase letter. Then it comes the lower. It will convert entire string into the lowercase. Then it comes the capitalized. So only the first character of your string will be in capital letter. Rest of them will be in the small letters. Then the title case, which means every word of this string will be initialized with the capital letter. So here, if this is small s, then it will become capital S, which means for every word, the very first character will come into will become capital case letter. Okay, and then comes the capitalize. Again, I think this I have taken, so let me just remove this one. So title, you understood, and then swap case means all the lowercase will convert into uppercase. So v and k, they will become small v and small k, and rest of the characters which are in the small case letters, they will become the capital case letters. Okay, so let us see the output. So let me just run it. So you can see the first line all upper, all lower, then the very first character due to this capitalize in the string, that becomes capital letter. Then title, which means the first character of every word should be the capital letter. And then swap case, which means all the capital letters will become small letters and vice versa. So this is how these functions, the string conversion functions are working. Now let us take the second topic, which is related to few of the built-in functions. So let us see quickly what they do. So I have taken this string as 10, which is an integer, but I have taken that as a string. Okay, but I want to convert that string into the integer. So what will happen? So the k will become 10, an integer. Okay, but if I write something like this, 10s, what will happen then? Let me see if it compiles or not. See, it will not compile. So your string, whenever you are converting into the integer or float or any complex, your string should be a complete integer and float, or anything which is a complete integer, float, or anything which makes sense. That should be the case with your string if you want to convert it to the integer, float, or complex. Okay, so if you convert it into float, then 10 will become 10.0, and here it should print 10.0. And if you print it as a complex number, then it will become 10 plus 0z, which becomes like imaginary part is 0. So it will become like 10 plus 0 into z. That will be printed here. So let us see what will be the output now. So let us run it without debugging. So you can see the first print, it is showing me as 10, which is the integer. Then it is showing me as a float here at line number 12. And then the complex number has been shown here like 10 plus 0 into z. So this is how your built-in functions int, float, and complex works. Now let us see the chr and ord functions. So let's see how they behave and what is their significance. So if you have taken this ASCII value and if you have passed it into the CHR, which is a standard function, then in that case, this CHR will convert this ASCII value into the character. So this print statement will print the ASCII value of 65, which is A. Okay, so this CHR is used to convert an ASCII value into the character, convert an integer to an ASCII value, and the ORD is vice versa, which means if you give any of the character, then it will convert, this ORD will convert that character into the ASCII value. Okay, so here it is like ASCII value to the character, and here it is like character to ASCII value. So CHR, ASCII value to character, and ORD, character to ASCII value. So if we run this, then you can see 65, which is the ASCII value of A, that A has been printed by this printf statement at line number 9. And then this, since we have used A with the ORD, so this ORD has converted A into the ASCII value, and the ASCII value of A, capital A, is 65. So this has been printed here. So this is how the CHR and ORD functions behave. And now let us see the last topic of today, which is the comparison of the two strings. Okay, so this is not, that tough topic. It's very easy to understand. So I have S1 is equal to Vikash and S2 is equal to Vimlesh. Okay, and then I have used like print S1 greater than S2. So what do you mean by this? S1 should be greater than S2. So what happens that if S1 in the alphabetical order should come first or not? Okay, so if S1 should come first, right? If S1 is bigger, which means S1 is Vikas. Okay, so S1 should be later, should be coming later, right? Right, like VIM. M comes first, M comes later, and K comes first. Okay, so KLM, right? So S1 comes before the S2 because in alphabetical order, Vikas will come first and then Vimlesh will come because you can see that up till here, up till VI, everything is fine, but from K and M, from this third character, the things are different, right? So in this one, the K is here, and in the S2, M is at the third position row. Okay, so what will happen that this K in the this Vikas, the K in the alphabetical order comes first and M comes later. So in the alphabetical order, what comes later is greater than that string which comes earlier. Okay, I hope this is clear. So S1 is greater than S2 will return false because S1 doesn't come after the S2 in the alphabetical order. If S1 is coming after S2, then it will be S1 is greater than S2. Otherwise, it will be false. So if we see this, if we remove these four lines and if we just run this, then you can see it false. It is false. Okay. Now let us see the next line. Let us remove this one and let's come to this one. S1 is smaller than S2. What will this give? This will give me true because in the alphabetical order, S1 comes first and S2 comes later, right? So S1 is smaller than S2 is fine. It's true. So whatever comes first in the alphabetical order, that will be smaller, and whatever comes later in the alphabetical order, that will be greater. That's the only thing. Okay, so this will be true. And when it will be equal, it will be equal. Let me just use these things. It will be equal, double equals. It will be equal when both of the values are equal, right? Not equal when both of the values are not equal. So in this case, it will print true. Okay. So these are simple examples, not equal to. The main thing was greater than equal to, smaller than equal to. Okay. So if I do something like this, if I remove this, and if I use rest of the things like S1 is smaller than S2, S1 greater than or equal to S2, S1 greater than or equal to S2, now you might have understood the meaning. S1 is smaller than S2, is smaller than or equal to S2. It means that either S1 should come first and S2 should come later in the alphabetical order, or both the strings should be same. So if both the strings were Vikas, then also it will return true. If S1 comes before the S2 in the alphabetical order, then also it will return true. So you can see this. Let me just comment these two and let us run this. So you can see that it's true. Okay. Now let us remove this and let's come to this one. S2 is greater than or equal to S1, which is again a true statement because S2 will come later. Okay, S2 greater when the S2 will become greater. When S2 will come after the S1, which is a true in the alphabetical order. S2 will come after S1. That is why it will be true. So it will return true. And if I write like rather than Wimblish, if I write like Vikash, then also it will be fine. It will be true because the conditions are like either it should be greater than or it should be equal to the other string. Okay, so now let me make it Wimblish back. And now let us see the last statement. I hope you know the output of this statement. S1 should be greater than or equal to S2, which will be false because S1 doesn't come late after the Wimlish, okay, after the S2, and neither it is equal to the S2, right? So this should return false. So this is how the string operations work. So I will just share this code with you so that you can practice it, so that you can have a reference to the string functions, to the string understanding. Okay, so with this, this particular lecture comes to an end, and we will meet soon in the next lecture. Thank you.